Richmond Restaurant Group is comprised of myself, my partner Jared Golden, and Ted Wolof. And we opened our first restaurant in 1995 in Shaco Slip. And we used to work across the street from one another. So we kind of talked big things and had big dreams, and just finally decided to put our money where our mouth was and opened our first of 7 that we currently own restaurants. So.
Hey, do you mind running through the 7 restaurants?
Sure. Currently we own 2 hard shells, Europa, the Hill Cafe, Water Coastal Kitchen, Pearl, and the Daily Kitchen and Bar.
Excellent.
We all had determined that restaurant business was our career. I was a chef. One of my partners was a bartender. One of my partners was front of the house manager. So we all kind of had our areas of expertise. And so it was just a matter of how we were going to make it work better for ourselves as opposed to working for others. And when we opened the hard shell, there really weren't other seafood restaurants in Richmond. So we were kind of filling a void that we saw. I was actually an art major at VCU, and I was trying to figure out how to put a sculpture degree to work when I realized that might not be financially beneficial to me. I kind of switched gears and went to culinary school. Never cooked before in my life, but I was interested, and I kind of felt like the 2 things kind of segued one to the other. So, wedding cakes, ice carvings, there's a very sculptural aspect to that. And then as well as restaurant design. So, we do a lot of the design ourselves. So, it was kind of integrating 2 passions that I had together into something that I could enjoy doing every day and for the rest of my life. Yeah, so we have always tried to keep as local as possible. I mean, from day one, from 1995. Now, obviously, we're a big organization with a huge amount of sales. So we kind of pick and choose our battles, and we buy local what we can, when we can. And certainly, there's some things that are just not available here. And so we kind of work through meshing both things together. So things that we aren't buying local, we're buying the best quality if it can't be local. And that's kind of how we have always used our business practices. Things that are close to us, like anything that's coming from the rivers and the oceans that are close to us, obviously we're getting from here. Oysters, crab meat, that kind of stuff that is an obvious example. And then places like Harris Ranch, who's probably got one of the best farms in the country, is where we buy our beef from. And we have just decided that because of our volume, that makes the most sense for us. It's a superior product to what we can find here. Yeah, I mean, well, we employ over 500 people now as a corporation, which is that's a big impact to the community. And all but one of our restaurants are actually in the city of Richmond. So we pay a lot of tax dollars, as well as just really, being involved with things like Central Virginia Food Bank, March of Dimes, and a lot of school organizations. We definitely get involved in each neighborhood with what the pulse of the neighborhood is looking for. Without question, Northern Neck is my favorite Virginia location. We have a family home there. I grew up, I spent my summers on the rivers. So, we really enjoy that community. Rappahannock River, Kilmarnock, Urbana. We have a boat, we have a young child. So there's a lot of time spent on the water, in the river, in the pool, in the fields chasing deers, in the garden. So that's every minute that we have off when the weather is nice, that's where we are.